Hello again, this is Road to Mastery, video one. Um, I am pretty sure of multiples to come. So I guess for this first one, I'm just gonna point out a few things that I have over my 100+ hours of playing or whatever my time spent playing the game, getting to learn the game, getting to learn all the weapons and the enemies up to this point on my journey, and they are as follow. Um, some things that I've kind of observed uh, that I'm needing to develop a stronger grasp of uh, is learning to parry most things with consistency. So this is gonna be like pretty much probably like 90% of the enemies. Like if I can learn how to like parry like 90% of them, I can like consistently like being able to do it like probably like more than like 8 times in a row or 9 times in a row. I think that'll put me in a very good spot. Uh, that's going to be like far off into the future. It could be months until I am able to do that. But I am going to treasure every moment of it once I do get to that point. Another thing is establishing strong fundamentals. Fundamentals is in like not overusing certain moves, um, like ultimate techniques, and probably the wind path stuff as well. Some of the moves that give you invincibility, um, not staying in the air so much is another thing I'm gonna be very consistent about. This is more of a play style preference. I've seen some videos of some people doing master ninja runs, and like it's been one or two. It's been mixed, I guess. People just use spamming jump ultimate technique to get the level 2 charge fast. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna not do that. That is not my play style. I do not prefer that. I think that is a crutch, and I think maybe it's good for like people don't who don't want to learn the game and don't want to like play the game on its level for it to feel, you know, to do cool shit. You know, it's cool if someone doesn't use ultimate technique because then that shows that they understand like the flow of battle. They understand when enemies are going to attack. They understand when they need to get out of the way, defend, and it just overall looks to me looks so much better um, visually. It shows that they're grounded in what they do and they have intention in how they play. And I think it's one of the first kind of things that I feel that someone needs to get away from develop to developing strong fundamentals. Um, let's see. Yeah, just not learning to use old techniques too often or very rarely. I mean, I think there can be some exceptions. Maybe there's like the last enemy or two. It's in a it's in a fight, and then you just maybe you're feeling yourself and you're just like, I'm gonna fuck them up, and then you just fucking go for it and you just destroy them. I'm not saying their ultimate techniques don't have their moment um in battle, and it's not unrewarding to do it in itself, because honestly, like the karma system, like the ranking system, like once encourages you to use ultimate techniques a lot. Uh, and this is just more of a preference. This is more how I feel, and I have a background in playing fighting games, particularly Street Fighter, where it's more neutral, more about neutral and spacing and learning attacks. So that more that more appeals to me than just the shortcut of to kill an enemy. I'm just gonna like use this ultimate technique uh, to finish them off. I'm learning learning what combos will like effectively like take out an enemy. That's another thing I'm gonna like develop as throughout the year, throughout my road to mastery this game, is I'm gonna learn what combos kill, what the amount of damage combos do. So that way I'm more able to effectively like uh, put myself in a position to where I can make my gameplay look more appealing to me, you know. And learning how to use each weapon effectively. Like I've been going through runs. I've been going through the game with each weapon, like going through each stage, using that of the weapons. I'm mainly focusing on Yakumo right now, but a lot of the Yakumo weapons, I'll just use those, just that one weapon, so that way I have a better understanding of what 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 the weapon can do, which stages is it more effective in, which like what scenario it's more effective in, and like what in the shortcomings I do find with those weapons. What can I do to get around it by using the weapon? Like what technique do I need to do to, or what way do I need to play to overcome the different strengths and weaknesses of each weapon? Uh, and understanding like how each weapon affects the movement of the player character, you know, Yakumo or Ryu, whoever you choose of those two, and how that affects their movement and how that affects the way that like fights need to be choreographed or approached or be engaged in. Managing meter, I think, is also important. Just mainly the bloodline, the blood meter shit, the shit where you can do your blood ray uniform. More of just that, just having meter or understanding which meter I need, or making sure that I have meter left over, or if not, make sure I use all my meter in certain points because I know it recovers over time. And then I'm gonna really try to do like another goal that's probably that will take months um, throughout this is parry runs. So mostly parry runs. I'm mostly gonna be parrying. I'm gonna go through the game and each stage through normal, hard, and master ninja um, parrying. So and not healing, like not having to heal. Like I've already done stage one, and I've done it 5 times already. Uh, where I just go and I parry stuff, and I just the only thing that I can use that can heal me is the enemies that I kill, and that's my only source of healing. So kind of understanding that, I mean, doing and taking that, it will be great practice, and it will also give me, it'll improve upon my fundamentals and the way that I can play. The more that I'm able to understand when to parry, the more my combat effectiveness can increase. And Death Wish, of course, I'll be doing. My ultimate goal is mostly to do all of this everything on Death Wish. Um, everything that I do, all the arbitrary numbers, I have like numbers of times that I will complete a stage, and they have to be an S rank, and they need to be on Death Wish, and they can't be with healing. There can't be any healing, no going to shop to get your health healed. That's like the ultimate, like kind of like that's the end result, and then it's just me grinding that to the arbitrary number of times. Um, and then also, I guess what I think will ultimately like, I guess this is probably the more latter end or near when I've reached the mastery part, or when I feel like I'm getting to the master, becoming a master at this game, is the untouchable runs. So I'm most likely going to be doing untouchable runs near the latter end, and I will be grinding those out. Untouchable runs. I'll also be doing it mostly parry as well. So basically, like get hit once, or if you miss a parry, you're kind of fucked. I may allow some stipulations like you know doing perfect dodges and stuff for that, because there are like certain moves that just you can't parry for the first time. Of course, I'm going to be blocking and stuff because you know using all your tools, and that's kind of what I come up. Those are kind of my goals. They're pretty lofty, given like they are pretty lofty given the end, but I know that I can. I've seen as I've played and gotten better, I've seen the improvement, and I know that this isn't out of my reach. I totally can do untouchable runs. I am capable of that, and I may make that like. I mean, as far as going back to untouchable runs, I may make that like a part of my thing. I may literally get to a point where I'm just doing untouchable runs, and if I can get there, that would be amazing. Although I'm not sure if the system allows untouchable runs. Like I don't know if the untouchable runs are more of just like a gimmick. I'll have to kind of like as I approach that, and I've gone through mastering all these like different aspects, spacing, fundamentals, not using UTs, you know, using all my defensive options and tools and stuff. When I've like come to master that, I'll may have a better idea whether untouchable runs are like either gimmicks, or are they like something that you can consistently do if you're when someone is at that level. And I guess to summarize it all is this is like kind of like my own road journey to mastering Ninja Gaiden 4. I mean, there is no one way. This is just more that I feel like these list of things, um, the things that I've been talking about, I feel are what will culminate into mastering the game and will make like gameplay and what I see more appealing to me. But with that out of the way, that was the first one, and I'll have many more. I think these will be. I think that for future they'll be more opinionated, more about maybe more about my emotions concerning the game, concerning particular runs or particular aspects of how I feel, what my preferences are. They may change. I'm not my preferences and stuff that may change. I don't think they will, but they might change. That can always happen. But for now, I'm always keeping an open mind. Um, except for all UTs. I mean, ultimate techniques, they look fantastic visually. Cool, but seriously, like, overusing it is just It visually, for me, visually, there is no identity in using an ultimate technique. There is no form of expression in using ultimate technique, and you're overusing it. So I may just not. I generally may not use UTs, or very rarely use UTs. Yeah, and that'll be it for the first one.